Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Derek Martinez. Firefighters report that the 460-acre brush fire in Carbon County has been contained. According to officials, the fire had been burning since Sunday morning in parts of Bear Mountain from Weisport to Jim Thorpe. Firefighters from across the state have gathered to help contain the flames. Officials say the current goal is to keep the fire from getting out of control and to keep it from reaching nearby neighborhoods. As of Tuesday morning, no injuries have been reported, and no mandatory evacuations have been issued. Crews are continuing to monitor the situation to prevent potential spread. Officials say firefighters from outside the area are staying in local hotels to remain near the scene. Crews in McAdoo responded to a tractor-trailer rollover on Interstate 81 on Monday. According to officials, the crash took place around 2:30 p.m. at mile marker 138 near the McAdoo on-ramp. As crews worked to clear the scene, one lane of the interstate remained open, but a several-mile backlog developed. It is unknown at this time if any injuries were sustained in the crash. A woman has been taken into custody after police say she led police on a chase and stole from Walmart. According to police, officers were first called to the Wilkes-Barre Township Walmart on Friday, April 18th, for reports of two individuals underringing items and refusing to cooperate with loss prevention. Loss prevention reported that the two suspects, later identified as Rebecca Wells and Mark Parker, fled the scene in a red Pontiac G6. When police attempted to conduct a traffic stop, officers report that Wells, who was driving, failed to comply and fled from police. As Wells fled from officers, police say she drove at high speeds through red lights and into oncoming traffic. As a result, police stopped their attempts to follow Wells in the interest of safety. A short time later, Wells was seen driving south on North Washington Street, and she was taken into custody without incident. Police say Parker had fled the vehicle with the stolen merchandise, but later turned himself in. Wells has been charged with fleeing or attempting to elude an officer, receiving stolen property, recklessly endangering another person, and resisting arrest, among other charges. A driver has been arrested for suspected DUI after officers say he struck an unattended police cruiser at the scene of a crash. According to Hazleton City Police, the incident took place on Friday, April 18th, around 9 p.m. Officers had arrived on the scene at the intersection of Lincoln and 15th Street for reports of a motor vehicle accident. While assisting with the crash, officials say a police car, with its emergency lights activated, was used to block off the eastbound lane of 15th Street to protect the victims, firefighters, EMS, and tow truck operators at the scene. A short time later, officers report that the vehicle failed to stop and crashed into the parked police car. The driver was placed under arrest for suspected DUI and was transported to Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton for blood draws. Officers say appropriate charges will be filed once the results have been received. Coming up on WYLN News, local police departments receive a grant for crime scene processing equipment and training. Plus, the senior health fair returns to the Laurel Mall later this week. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
WYLN News is brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network Pediatric Rehabilitation Services in Hazleton, a brand new location custom designed with children in mind. Our team of therapists and specialists improve the lives of children who need physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech-language pathology.
Hi, I'm Leo. Tomorrow's going to be sunny.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today. SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialist, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600. Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35. Attention, WYLN viewers, WYLN TV can now be seen on the Hazelton Service Electric Cablevision HD tier, channel 507, and over the air at 35.1. WYLN, we're your local network. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
Welcome back to WYLN News. Several area police departments have received grant funds as part of a statewide initiative. Under the Criminal Apprehension Technology, or CAT, training program, 41 local police departments were selected to receive training and equipment to assist with crime scene processing. The program has been organized in collaboration with the Pennsylvania Chiefs of Police Association. Under the initiative, the selected departments will receive a comprehensive digital camera kit valued at over $5,000. The departments will also have the opportunity to send 2 officers to an intensive 3-day course covering fundamental and advanced topics related to crime scene processing. Local police departments selected for the program include Freeland, Monroe City, South Center Township, and West Hazelton. A woman is wanted by the Carbon County Sheriff's Office. Christy Saylor is wanted on charges of DUI first offense, simple possession, and possession of drug paraphernalia. She is known to have ties to the Walnut Port area. Anyone with information regarding her whereabouts is asked to contact the Carbon County Sheriff's Office at 570-325-2821. The annual Senior Health Fair is returning to the Laurel Mall on Thursday, April 24th. The event is sponsored by the Heritage Hill Senior Community and will run from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. During the event, seniors are invited to visit over 25 vendors and participate in free health screenings provided by Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazelton. Available screenings will include cholesterol, blood glucose, blood pressure, and grip strength, among others. Participants that stop at the Heritage Hill table will also have the opportunity to win a door prize. Coming up on Fragville's News Choice, we learn about the Hazelton City Police Department's camera registry on this week's Police Talk. Plus, Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Cunningham, Part 2. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
And you will love the feel-good feeling you get when you shop at Grand Central in Nescopeck and Hazleton. You will enjoy a no-pressure professional sales staff, experienced delivery crew, service after the sale,
and don't forget, everyday low prices.
No matter what you're shopping for in your home, we have you covered with top brand names like Flex Steel, Lazy Boy, England, and Dillon Custom Rugs.
With our enormous selection and the flexibility to finance interest-free for up to 60 months, Grand Central makes it easy to make your house a home.
Cooking rice just isn't nice.
Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with Rice Robot, the 1, 2, 3 rice cooker. Watch, 1 add the white cup for rice, 2 add the blue cup for water, 3 click it and let Rice Robot perfectly cook it.
The secret is perfect cook technology that surrounds the rice with controlled heat for even cooking. Then Rice Robot senses when it's done, auto stops and keeps it warm to serve.
It won't burn, overcook or undercook, guaranteed.
And rice is just the beginning. Make mac and cheese, frittatas, oatmeals, soups and stews, even ramen dishes. And with a ceramic, ultra non-stick interior, cleanup's a breeze.
Get the complete Rice Robot cooking system with the steamer tray and 1-2-3 recipe guide, all for just $39.99. It comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. We'll even ship your entire order free. Order now.
1-800-640-8545.
This week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, Eric was in a car accident in New York, but he lives in Pennsylvania. Tune in to see how gentle chiropractic and how he will write reports for his attorney is going to give him the best care that he needs.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Watch Solo Spaceman on WYLN Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 7, and Sundays at 4:30.
Welcome back to another segment of Police Talk. I'm here once again with Jessica Sirkin from the Hazleton City Police Department. Jessica, how are you doing?
I'm great. How about you?
I'm doing good. So today we're here to talk about a fairly new feature for the police department is the camera registry. So if you could tell us a little bit about what it is, how it works.
So our camera registry is located on our Crime Watch application, which is the hazletonpd.org website. It allows you as the person in the public to go ahead and let us know, hey, we have cameras on our home and you are more than welcome to access it via contacting us through, email, phone call, however you choose to communicate with us. None of the information that you put on the Crime Watch page is accessible to anybody else but the selected people within the department to view that page.
That's a good thing to know. And the police department doesn't have full access to your camera.
No, we don't have access whatsoever to your cameras. You are just telling us, I have cameras. If something happens on this block, please, you can contact me and I'll allow you to come to our home and view the camera footage.
Gotcha. Which I think is a good thing to clarify. I think people think you're spying on them or something. Which
no, we cannot tap into your camera feeds whatsoever. They are yours. That's your property. We are not allowed to access them, obviously without your permission. And it also avoids us in the middle of an incident sending an officer down the block, and maybe you're too afraid to open the door for us because you don't want somebody to see us, talking to you. Now we can contact you. Nobody has to go to your door. It can be done completely discreetly, anonymously, and you're protected at the same time.
Absolutely. And obviously this is beneficial for you guys, so you don't have to hunt down this
Yes.
information so much?
Yes, so we have spent lots of time on certain investigations, whether it's a shooting, a motor vehicle crash, anything where time is of the essence. We have to tell two officers, please go down this block, that block, and that block, and mark down whatever house has cameras. Well, that just takes two officers, not only off the road, but off that investigation for who knows how long. So this also will cut down our investigation times a lot.
Gotcha. Anything else you'd like the public to know about this?
So on the camera registry, you will go into Crime Watch page. You will go to Forms, Camera Registry. When you click it, you fill out all of the information. We do ask that you maintain that information. Make sure your phone number is always correct, the address is correct, and who we can speak to. And then we'll have that, and if we ever need it, we will definitely contact you.
Lots of good information.
Yes.
Definitely consider signing up for the camera registry if you have cameras on your home. That'll do it for another segment of Police Talk. We'll see you next time.
Lehigh Valley Health Network is now proudly part of Jefferson Health. And when two healthcare leaders come together for the community, you can expect more. More locations, more clinical trials, more breakthrough treatments. Jefferson Health and Lehigh Valley Health Network. Together for the future of care.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
Hello, I'm WYLN historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
Hi, I'm Neil. Tomorrow's going to be sunny.
Aiding the newly named Cunningham in its growth was the fact that the Lehigh-Susquehanna Turnpike was routed through the town in 1805. Connecting what was then called Muck Chunk with Nescapec, it followed an old Indian trail through the Cunningham Valley. Like many early turnpikes, it was in better condition than other colonial era roads, with gravel paving. A toll booth for the road was erected in Cunningham for travelers and featured a large wooden pole, or pike, blocking the road. Once the travelers had paid the necessary toll, usually based on wagon size or the number of axles in their vehicle, the pike would be turned aside to allow them passage, thus the name Turnpike. A replica of one of these pikes is visible outside Cunningham's Borough Building today, silently illustrating the early days of rapid transit. Of course, with a large-scale road going through the area, travelers would need a place to rest, and several hotels would in fact rise in Cunningham to give lodging to those passing through. The earliest was the Cunningham Hotel, opened in 1815. It will remain a hotel for over 100 years. Today, the Brass Buckle Mexican restaurant operates in the building, continuing 2 centuries of service for those going through Cunningham. Another, opening just a year later, was the Phoenix Hotel. Built of logs then, its current, more modern structure houses Cousin Joe's restaurant. And growing communities also meant the rise of churches. One notable early example was the Brainerd Church, built just north of Cunningham proper in 1841, and named for a local Presbyterian missionary to the Indians. Brainerd Church stopped having regular service in 1916 and was almost destroyed by Hurricane Hazel in 1954, but local volunteers would rebuild it. Today, the reconstructed church is currently open during the year for fall festival services in October, plus Easter dawn and Thanksgiving Eve services, and operates the way it did back then, with no electricity or running water. Those who stop by for one of these can also walk through the church's old cemetery, or view the one-room Cedar Grove schoolhouse that also currently stands on the property. Other churches near Cunningham have made their mark in town. St. John Bosco, Christ Evangelical Lutheran, Christ United Church of Christ, and Cunningham United Methodist churches are just a few establishments that have taken root in the valley and spread God's word to all those who wish to listen to it. By the mid-1800s, Cunningham had slowly grown to be a notable-sized community. Numerous businesses plied their trade in town, including many sawmills. Hess and Robbins Distillery operate in town up till about 1875, shipping their liquor as far away as Monomoy City. Jacob Drumheller, who'd opened the first tavern in Hazleton a few decades earlier, operated a windmill farm just above Cunningham at the time as well. 1853 would see the formation of the Cunningham Band. 2 blacksmith shops, a tailor, a tannery, and 3 doctors could also be found in town by 1880.
Hi, I'm Leo. Tomorrow's going to be sunny.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.